Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grade A Talks. It's your girl Ariel, the gracious, the well-informed, the NurseBaeAye. I'm here today with my best friend, Raven. Girl, I'm so happy to have you here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am so happy that you're here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Unbeknownst to you all, I've been wanting this girl here for over a year. She's been really shy, really reserved, but today we pulling all that out, and my best friend is on my platform with me, and I am so honored to have you here. Thank you for gracing my podcast with your presence.
Thank you.
How have you been?
And first of all, I want to say congratulations to you, and I am super proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, for everything with nursing and doing shit we say we was gonna do.
Yes.
I am so proud of her, and I love you so much.
I love you too. Oh my gosh, you guys. This has been my best friend since, we don't even know how long we've been best friends because our grandmothers were best friends. Yes. Like, it's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. So it's like we were destined to be in one another's life. Like, I love this woman over here. When I tell you, great friends, like never, disloyal to one another. I don't even think, like, even if we've had like arguments, they never escalated to the point where we never spoke to each other. We never have gone to social media on each other at all. No. We don't do that. Like, this is like a great force in my life. Like, I'm so grateful for this.
And we've grown. You don't have to grow and mature, and we've been there.
But we've been friends through all stages.
Oh yeah,
since toddlers to elementary. Like, her dad used to take us to school in the mornings. Used to always stop by the donut shop and give us some Long Johns. I can't even eat a Long John today. Like, I cannot eat no Long John. Do you eat that? Your daddy kept it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, every morning we would go to the donut shop. We used to go to the donut shop every morning. I'm telling y'all, like, it's crazy. She's from Stuttgart too, but her mom was a nurse and moved them to Texas when we were young. And so she was in Dallas, like, for a great part. How old were you when you moved to Dallas?
Since I was 14.
2008. 2008. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Been there for a long time. Do you like living in the city?
It's like home to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I like being out the way though.
Yeah, being out the way.
I like staying outskirts and pop up in the city.
Pop up in the city here and there.
Yeah.
I feel like too much of the city is not good.
No.
But just enough every now and again, yeah. You gotta do a balance.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I love when I come to Dallas.
She be ready to be outside.
I'm ready to be outside.
I want to sleep.
She be trying to go to sleep. I'm like, girl, you wake your ass up. I done drove 4 hours or flew. I've been flying recently.
Yeah.
But usually I drive because it ain't nothing but 4 hours.
4.5 hours.
About 4.5 hours. But when I fly, I be like, hey, I'm gonna be there in an hour. Like, you need to prepare everybody. Like, I'm trying to be outside.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't be trying to hear nothing about no Ravens. I'm I'm sleepy. You know how it be when people are accustomed to the city. Like, y'all get burnt out on the days. I'm from the country. We don't, no. I've been in Arkansas all my life. When I get out of Arkansas, baby, I'm trying to turn up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's crazy. A lot of things aside from our friendship and, us growing through different phases with one another is we've both started our journey into our 30s this year. You in January, me in April. We are 30 years old.
It's like a new season.
It's like a new era.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm 30. That's crazy.
It is.
I don't know. Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you feel changed for you when you turned 30 back in January? Like, did you start thinking differently? Did you look at the dynamics in your relationships, whether they be intimate or platonic, differently? Did you view life differently when you turned 30? What changed for you at 30?
I definitely looked at things different.
Yeah.
Really, I would say starting at 25.
Yeah.
My mom, that's when I lost my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But when I really turned 30, I'm like, oh, I just look at life different.
Yeah.
And then it's like certain stuff that we was doing in our 20s.
Yeah.
It was real childish.
Ooh, baby, them 20s
That was some childish.
Crazy.
It's like, oh, doing that now. Like,
it makes me cringe. Like,
yeah.
I can't even believe that we did. What's the most outrageous thing you've done with me? Why are you laughing like that? Oh my God, Raven, am I that outrageous? I'm not gonna lie. When we were younger, I used to want Raven to be like the Robin to my Batman. Like anything, any type of mission I went on, I wanted Raven right there with me.
Well, I'm the friend that's gonna tell you,
don't do it. And I'm the friend that's gonna what?
I'm the angel on your shoulder.
You are the angel on my shoulder. But we both know that if I'm like committed to something,
yeah,
I'm gonna do it. And she is the angel.
But you know,
like,
later on we'll talk about it and laugh about it. Like that's our mistakes. We've grown from it.
We have definitely grown from it.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's crazy. I've taken Raven on some crazy adventures with me. But she's a ride or die. I love her. And we made it home. We were safe. We're good. We're gonna make it home every time. So I'm gonna tell you something about me as far as like when I entered into my 30s, I started looking at relationships differently, my friendships differently. It's like it's just this veil that falls and you just see clearly. Mm-hmm. Like I see a lot of the mistakes I made in my 20s that I'm repulsed by. Like I can't believe I tolerated certain things from other people, in my life. I can't believe I even put certain people on pedestals in my life, or that I even allowed certain people to have access to me. That really bothers me. And one of the things that's the craziest about me, I feel like when I was younger, I was trying to be so understanding with everyone.
That understanding.
I am no longer going to be understanding, because sometimes we're understanding to a fault.
Yeah.
When I'm understanding to the point where my understanding for you results in me getting the shorter end of the stick, I'm doing myself an injustice. Like I can't do that. Like earlier this year, I was very understanding with people. I was allowing people to use my car because I was understanding of the fact that, hey, you need my car. You're probably going to have my children around.
Right.
In the event that you get pulled over. I don't want my kids being in an unfortunate situation. So yeah, you can use my car. And then that same person turned around and tried to shit on me. So it's like I lack understanding in certain situations. It's like some things make sense, but you gotta exercise some common sense.
Right.
Because some people get over by you being too nice.
Right.
And too giving.
And I think in your situation, you automatically thinking about your kids.
I'm always thinking about that.
Yeah. So you just think about your children.
But other people be thinking about getting over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just learn, like I said, we're gonna learn our lessons and we're gonna move on. Because next time we'll know, like,
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
that. As a man, or a woman, you should be able to know how to handle your own.
Exactly.
Always.
I'm done understanding people.
It's
crazy and the thing about it is, when I sit and I think about it, the people that I was trying so hard to understand, when it was me who needed understanding, it was never given to me. It was never given to me.
The energy wasn't reciprocated.
The energy was not reciprocated when it was me, and it's like I feel like no matter how good of a person you are, you get tired of that. Like you really get tired of that.
Right.
So it's like I'm over that. Have you ever had a situation where you felt like you were overly understanding with a person and it resulted in you sitting around with a silly face?
Of course.
Tell me about it.
Oh, which one do I tell you about?
tell me about the first thing that popped in your head.
Tell you about, like, oh Lord.
I know. It's hard out here for women.
It is.
Because we're expected. We have so many expectations placed upon us. Like men expect us to be understanding, to be wise before we ever even speak about having a ring.
I just feel like when I'm being my real self to you, or being understanding.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from or what you're going through, and then on top of like I said, I'm kind. Like
you are nice. She is too nice.
I'm mean, but I'm nice.
I think you're more nice.
I mean, and you know what I'm saying.
You nice mean.
I'm a nice mean.
You're nice mean.
I don't know, but we sit there and understand the little circumstances that's going on. And I just hate when I feel like I'm getting played in my face. Like, that's just bothers me.
That bothers me. Because it's like, what makes you think you can do that to me?
Yeah, and I'm being real with you. Like,
and then I'm
being my genuine self real with you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and I always take offense when anybody try to play with my best friend. Because it's like, you ain't got no kids out here. She made it to 30 with no kids. Round of applause for Raven, y'all. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you are, it's like, and that begs the question, seriously, Raven, what do these men want from women? In particular, black women. What do they want from us? What do these black men want from us? Because you a woman with no children, you got your own everything, you make your own money, you travel, you're beautiful, you're young. Look, what do these men want from us? I don't know. I'm done trying to figure it out.
I expect somebody who's intentional.
Intentional, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you want, like.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know what they want. They don't and you gotta know yourself. A lot of people don't know themselves. Yeah. And I feel like that's the problem nowadays. Yeah. Like a lot of people not tapped in with themselves and accept the reality they living in, or you know what I'm saying, or just accepting trauma. Yeah. I always tell people, I want a man come to me healed. Like no, seriously, come to me healed. Trauma free. Yeah. Yeah. Because we all have our traumas. Yeah, but it's like you gotta emotionally. You gotta be emotionally intelligent, yeah. You do want a man who's emotionally intelligent, because if you're dealing with a man who's not emotionally intelligent, that's gonna be a lot of arguments. Can't feel like it's two women in a relationship. And then speaking, like me as a single woman, and I don't have children, I meet somebody and why you ain't got kids? Right. I don't know. I'm telling you, you're making babies. And you know what? I can't say anything about it, because I was in situations where I felt we're gonna result in like a lifelong situation, and it didn't pan out. Right. So I understand it, but it is normalized in our community, especially for broken homes, to just be a thing. Right. Like people meet black women and black men who are like in their like mid to late 20s, early 30s, and they're like, dang, you ain't got no kids, and it's like, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. Right. You know, that's somebody's wife. That's somebody's potential husband. I feel like y'all did it the right way. You know, when I look at your life, I'm like, man, like, I'm so happy that my best friend did not have to endure the trauma I had to endure. As a woman who doesn't have any children, and I'm pretty sure you dated men who've had kids. Yeah. How do you get into that situation? Like, how do you navigate through that? Like, do you come into the situation like, hey, I'm y'all stepmama now? Oh. Or are you like a bystander just trying to, scope the scene and observe like how he is with his kids? Does that matter to you? That is very important. Yeah. I just feel like if I'm talking to someone or dating them, I'm looking like future wise, because I'm gonna be somebody's wife. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I believe in that. Yes, you are. But no, if a child is involved, I want to see how you approach, how you deal with your children, because that's a possibility. You could have a child with each other, and then you know what I'm saying. That's very important to me. Like how a man and his kids. Yeah. Okay, I feel like the sexiest thing a man can be is a good father. Yeah, of course. Like definitely. If you're not a good father, because I'm thinking, what does that make me look like as a woman? Right. If I'm dealing with a man who I know doesn't deal with his children like he should. Right. It'd be hard. It'll be hard. It's very hard. Like I said, I would think like me, like putting myself in that situation, like is he gonna treat me like that? You know what I'm saying? Or is this something that he might need to work on intentionally with this? I get it, stuff that happens with people in their relationships and difficulties, but you gotta be a good dad. Yeah. And then my thing is, it takes two to make a baby. Yeah. So regardless of how you feel about that woman, and regardless of how the woman feel about you, the priority is the kids. So that means that the children shouldn't get rained on because of y'all storm. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you see situations like that, it makes me lose respect for a man. Yeah. If a man not like a father as he should be, because like you said, that could be me, and I'm not one of them women who be like, oh, I'm special. He's not gonna do me like that. Please don't ever think that. Basically, if you see the red flags in the beginning, like we know when we see the red flags. Because I ignored them plenty of times. I have to. Oh my goodness. And it didn't end well. If you can tell that a man is not being who he should be as far as his character, his integrity, his role as a father, that should be an automatic turnoff, because you should know, and we've heard many cases like this where a woman will be like, he was so great to me, I knew he had other children, whoopty-woo, we had a child, and then now we seeing the man that the mother of his children saw. Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a continuous cycle. Women need to understand that we need to start exercising common sense, like I always say, and hold ourselves accountable.
Right.
If we get into a situation with men and we see these red flags with a man, we see that a man isn't the best father with his children, regardless of a man saying, because they all blame it on the mother.
Right.
They all blame it on the mother. Lord don't know what hell that woman done went through. Man, some of these men ain't no good. They just jokers out here. You have to exercise common sense. Because I'm telling you, baby, if you get pregnant by a man who has not been the best man to his own children that he had before you, you're going to be in a similar situation very soon. Never think that you're too special that a man won't drop you on your head, because they will. They will.
And that's what I love about you, because you've been through some experiences, and then we both have.
Yeah.
And we can just talk about it and
yeah. It's like real primary.
It's like a healing thing.
It is healing.
We have to say it to each other and like,
yeah,
did you do that?
Yeah, and we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like Raven.
As a woman, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Like it's gonna make sense in your life. I feel like.
And that's the way you can grow.
Yeah, if you're trying to grow and heal yourself and like really be happy, you gotta start taking accountability.
Because you have to understand that if you are the common denominator in all of your wins in life and all of your losses.
Exactly.
So when it comes to your losses, you have to sit back and evaluate, what part did I play into this situation? And like my mama always told me, you teach people how to treat you. So if you're allowing a person to have access to you that doesn't treat you fairly, doesn't treat you right, very berating, very degrading, condescending towards you, doesn't make you feel great, you're gonna have to hold yourself accountable and ask yourself, what is it about me that makes them think that's okay? What have I shown them to make them think that I will tolerate this and stay? And I will honestly say that was one of the biggest things, one of the biggest revelations for me when I turned 30. I literally sat down and wrote a love letter to myself.
Oh my goodness, I did that for my birthday.
Really?
It wasn't a love letter, but it was just about like how I was feeling at that moment and what I was, because I was going through it. Like, I was in a dark space, and I was just. So next time when I turn 31, I can see if I'm in that same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like it's a change.
It's like tracking your mental health.
It's very.
That's very.
So it's gonna email me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do all that. I just wrote mine in my little journal, but that's good though.
I haven't journaled.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. I wrote a love letter to myself, detailing the woman I wanted to be, how I wanted that woman's aura to be, her approaches to situations that would have. Like initially when I was in my 20s, broken me, made me feel some type of way. I am a retired crash out.
You've been good.
I've been good.
And I'm like her calm friend.
She is. And you know what's funny that you said I've been good? My daddy said that too.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm so proud of you. He was like, sometimes I be missing like the old area, but I be like, she grown.
No.
She grown.
We don't like the crash out.
No more crash out for me, but
listen,
I really
we don't like the crash out.
We don't like the crash out. Because I cannot be in jail at 30.
No.
Too much for me. But the letter literally detailed like who I wanted to be, the approaches I wanted to have. I wanted to exercise emotional intelligence in my life, because I feel like some people provoke you because they know that you're emotionally unstable.
They do.
To bring that, out of you. I don't want anyone around me that incites any negative responses from me. I only want to be surrounded by love. I want us to be real with one another. When I turned 30, I was like, no more playing about me.
No.
Like, I can't play about me. And I can't have nobody around me that's going to play.
And that's another thing. That's why I said I be getting irritated when guys do like they play in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, what? I'm not gonna play with me like that. I don't have to deal with this.
And what's the one thing I remember a couple months ago? You said something to me, and I've been reiterating it over and over now. My husband wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to be like, will my husband do this?
Will my husband do this?
No.
Yeah. Yes. With a man that God created for me.
Yes.
Operate like this.
And a man have to be led by God before he can lead you.
Yeah, he has to be led by God before he can lead you.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
That's the only way it's gonna work. And like honestly being led, because you got some people like they
believe in Jesus, but they're not walking with him.
They're not walking with Jesus.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not there yet with the walking, but I'm
getting your.
I'm trying to get my.
You're getting there.
But I'm gonna be real. You have to like walk with him.
You go to church every New Year's.
Yes, I do.
You don't be out here turning up.
I have to go to church on the
That's a good way to start your year.
Yeah, you should. But I do,
Yeah.
Go out maybe. I go to church.
Yeah, you go to church a lot.
I like to go to
church. She loves to go to church.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. I just started back going.
Okay.
Yeah. And it feels good.
You gotta find a good church.
That matters.
Yes, that matters.
That matters.
You gotta find a good church.
I like to leave church feeling like I'm renewed motivated and like, refocused.
Right.
I don't want to just leave church and it's like, blah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we've seen good pastors and like older pastors. The pastors now, they younger. They don't even have Bibles anymore. They be having like iPhones. They be wearing regular clothes. Like, I'm used to them pastors in them suits. Yeah. Like, it's different. It's a different time. And that's why I feel like it's important to have your own relationship with God. You cannot rely on other people to get you to heaven. Like, it has to be with
you
us.
have to have your own relationship. I definitely feel like really, if you like, I just started reading like a little bit of scriptures of the Bible. Yeah. But it really puts you on game.
Yeah. Tell me something that you can put on game from the Bible.
I
want to know one thing. I want to know one thing. What's one thing that you feel like you gained from reading the Bible?
From script to script?
No, you don't have to know.
But basically, just the manifestation is, I feel like once you're doing what you're supposed to do in God's way, like, everything will happen for you. What you want to happen, or how you want to live your life, how you want to be happy. Yeah. I just feel like,
you feel like the key is getting yourself aligned spiritually.
Yes.
I believe that too.
Praying,
covering your household.
Him first.
Yeah.
Not worrying or stressing.
Yeah.
Like, believe that he's gonna turn whatever he needs to turn around for you. Right. Just stepping out on faith. Like, it's just a lot of different things. Yes. I'm still learning. I'm still, doing my
studying.
For myself. So, but girl, you need to definitely. Everybody need God in their life.
That's true. And speaking of God, that brings me to the next point: forgiveness. Mm-hmm. How important is forgiveness for you?
I feel like I'm too forgiving.
You feel like you're too forgiving?
Sometimes, yeah.
To a fault. So you're too understanding, too forgiving. Is this because we're like this, or because we feel like society has placed these expectations on women?
No, honestly, like I said, back in God's way, like, I just feel like even though somebody do hurt us really bad or do something, they shouldn't be doing, you should forgive.
You should forgive.
That's just.
But it's hard for me to forget. You got
you don't have to forget. You don't have to forget. But then that's when it comes. What I'm learning new is setting boundaries. Like, this year, I learned to set boundaries with everything: friendships, relationships, family. Just setting boundaries.
Like, how have you been able to implement that into your life as far as boundaries with your friendships?
Saying no. Okay. Or if I don't feel like doing it, not do it.
Okay, that's good.
I
think that's for me too. I used to be a people pleaser in my 20s. I feel like I was a people pleaser in my 20s. And that burned me out. Yeah. And I'm not doing it no more.
So I just feel like, you have to say no. If your my energy have to be. Yeah. I need to want to do it. Yeah. I don't want to have to force, I feel like I'm forcing my energy.
It needs to be organic.
I'm not going to want to do it. Yeah. It's okay sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay.
We have to recharge. Yeah. Be by yourself and
get your mind together.
I
feel like spending a long time is good.
Because then you can't show up for the people you need to show up for.
And the main person you need to show up for is yourself. I tell people all the time.
You have to pour in your cup.
Yes.
Fill your cup up first before you can fill it. And that's something I had to learn.
Yeah.
Especially me going through my little situation. I just feel like, it's something, an eye-opener for me. Like, I used to do this and do that. Now it's like, girl, pour in yourself first.
Pour in yourself first.
Like,
everything else will fall in line. If it's meant for you, the friends, they'll understand. Yeah. The man will understand, the family will understand, like, everybody will understand. Yeah, anybody who condemns you for self-care and seeking, your growth in all aspects of your life and having your time to recharge, reset, my me time, that's a person who benefits from you not saying no. That's a person who benefits from you being a yes woman. And you gotta get them people out your life.
And this is what I say, you guys, like, you have to deal with the trauma and all that stuff. Because it goes back to trauma. Yeah. When you say no to certain people, and they react different, or you don't want them to be mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why it's like I always gotta feel like I gotta do because
you don't want your relationship to change.
No, or you just feeling a type of way.
Yeah. I'm saying the trauma is being a people pleaser and feeling like if I don't say yes, this is gonna change the dynamic of our relationship. Okay, so Raven, I hear you talk about forgiveness, and I'm all about forgiveness. I'm not a perfect human being, but I feel like it's limits to forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be so forgiving that a person feels like they can do anything to you and they know that they can always come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Right. For example, I know a woman who was married, had children, and her husband had a baby on her. Would you be able to forgive your husband?
No.
So you cannot be with a man if he bring a baby that wasn't there before you got there.
I think that's like a non-negotiable with me.
Yeah.
It's a non-negotiable.
Yeah. What if he got money?
It's trauma.
What if he got money?
I think it's a non-negotiable. Okay, so
it's not about to play mama to no extra kids.
Like if I didn't meet you when you had a kid, then yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you stepping out.
It's something you're gonna have to like. Honestly, no shade to people who does stick around, or because you have to be a strong person, genuinely. And I do feel like I'm a strong person.
Is that strong?
In some cases, I do feel like it is. If you're sticking around, that is strong.
That's strong. That's strong for me. I ain't that strong. That's
I don't think I don't wanna.
That's weak to me.
I just feel like that's not my situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a non-negotiable thing. I dated men before that had babies. Yeah. Or we'd be talking and they had a baby, like, and then not say nothing. Like, I just feel like I feel like, I don't know, but why do you not tell nobody you have a baby on the way? I just feel like that is so weird to me.
You just on social media and they can see some maternity photos.
Like, no, like you just really kicking it with another woman and you have a pregnant woman at home.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is so weird. And I just feel like you should just say it, give the woman the options to stay or leave. Yeah. Most women stay.
But that's true. But the thing about it is, when it comes to men giving options, why would a man give a woman an option if he having it his way by omitting the truth?
They're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that. So it's like I feel
like a real man will though.
A real man wouldn't have a woman at the house pregnant and be out here,
that part,
entertaining other women.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like.
Husband
would never do that. Yep, that's crazy. It's so much pressure as a woman because we're supposed to take everything and just make good with it. Like no matter what this man does, it's incumbent upon me to make the best out of this situation.
Right.
And it's like, how much am I supposed to take? How much do you expect me and require me to take? And another thing is, as far as forgiveness goes, why do black women have to go through hell with me and to prove our love to
I don't feel like I have to go through hell.
Yeah.
To prove my love to anybody. My husband, I feel like he's not going to do that for me.
Yeah.
But in certain cases, women do what's up there and I feel like they have to go through that.
Yeah. Not even just with like a man having a baby. Like women, it's some women who are married today and are aware that their husbands are cheating on them. We know a woman in particular who was going through a lot of cheating. Her man was cheating on her with a lot of different people. Right. Remember, she was running the social media about it. And she still married that man after the fact. So it's like, once you do that, isn't that teaching that man that no matter what I do to this woman, she's still gonna be there?
I do believe if you with the forgiving, especially if you did it multiple times, I do feel like the man will get comfortable and he'll keep doing it because you allow it.
Yeah, and it goes back to women being held accountable.
We have to stand on business.
You gotta stand on business. Because they don't do it.
And I definitely think the women that do say if the man do got a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. And they say, have a plan.
Okay. I agree.
If you're gonna say,
you better
have a plan.
Have a plan. Yeah.
I definitely think you should have a plan. Yeah. Like, and you stacking up.
Yeah.
Whatever you getting, or doing, or saying for the reason, if it's because of money.
Yeah.
I think you should have a plan.
I think you should have a plan.
And
I also think that's why women should always have their own.
Yeah.
Just in the event that does happen, to where you feel like you're so disrespected, you've been so disrespected that you can't mentally stay in this situation.
Right.
Because everybody knows that a woman leaves mentally before we leave physically.
Right.
So if you're in this type of situation, I feel like it's best. That's why I always advocate for women to have their own. Because if something is going on in your situation that you just can't deal with, you need to be able to leave expeditiously.
I'm definitely a leaver.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I'm a leaver.
If a situation approaches me and it's not catering to me properly, I have to leave. Because my mind is my worst. My mind is my biggest advocate and my worst enemy. Because even if I try to forgive somebody for something, my mind gonna keep saying like, they played you, they played in your face, they did this or that, they was scheming.
Peace of mind, like,
yeah, I gotta have a peace of mind.
Your peace of mind is.
You can't put a price on peace of mind.
But yeah.
A trip came by it.
No.
Some new shoes came by it.
Loneliness came by it.
No. We have to hold ourselves accountable.
Yeah, we definitely do.
I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Always.
And you gonna hold me accountable.
My little journey I'm going on.
Yeah. So, I'm very aware of your journey.
And you
want to share that journey or no?
I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to talk about that journey? It's a beautiful journey. Yeah.
I just feel like us women sometimes, we should focus on ourselves. I feel like we all should focus on ourselves a period of time. It don't matter how long.
Yeah.
I just feel like we should focus on ourselves, know yourself, learn yourself, accept yourself, just embrace everything about yourself.
Yeah. I respect that.
Yeah, and just tap in with your inner self, and then you start to attract what you want and set boundaries. I'm setting boundaries now. I don't really. At first, I wasn't really dating for real. But if I do date, I it just depends how I'm feeling, honestly.
Yeah.
But I prefer not dating or deal with men and not having sex.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with sometimes we're gonna have our mess ups, y'all.
I slip up every now and then. But we're not slipping up in our 30s.
No.
We're not
even just focusing, just focus.
Yeah, stay focused on you.
And then you'll realize a lot, like, when men approach you and how they talk to you and say certain things, it's kind of like a turn-off.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
When you
it's like, you say certain stuff, like...
I can't believe you said that. Or even if it's nothing that's blatantly disrespectful, it's like the fact that he even said this, or the fact that he even thought that was okay. Like, he thinks that's normal.
Right.
It's repulsive.
You'll just realize a lot. You can think clearly.
When you're in tune with yourself.
Yeah, you can really think clearly. You can know how to respond. And then setting boundaries, you don't deal with certain things. So I just feel like
that's been great for you.
Yeah.
You love it here.
Yeah,
that's good.
But then I know, like, even just entertaining somebody and they bring back the old trauma or old stuff you used to deal with, that little trigger and stuff. It's toxic. I don't want no toxic in my life.
I don't want no toxic.
I feel like
I need some normalcy.
I want to be so soft.
I want to be so soft.
I'm in my soft girl era right now. Soft girl era, but really it's all about like
mental peace.
Yeah, like you peacefully happy. Like you tap into yourself. You're not distracted.
You're focused.
Yeah, I think that's my soft girl era example.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful. Having stability and trying to date. You have to be, especially with these men. Like, I don't understand why a man would ever try to date if he's not stable. How do you feel about that? What are your expectations of men when they approach you?
Well, I just feel like it goes back to understanding.
Yeah.
I
feel like when we first started dating, I shouldn't have to be understanding of nothing. We supposed to be having the best time of our life.
Right.
I want to be understanding when we married and you've shown that you are a provider. Yeah, in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Like when we first started dating, I feel like I shouldn't have to be understanding your situation because you shouldn't be in no situation if you're trying to date me.
Sure, that's very true. I definitely feel like that.
Like, what do you expect a man to have if he dates you?
Materialistic?
Characteristics.
Okay, characteristics, like, I feel like you should come healed.
Yeah.
Healed, trauma-free.
Yeah.
and have stability for yourself.
Yeah, that's important.
That is very important because you're gonna be happy within yourself.
Yes.
Like, I just feel like you happy within yourself, you can pursue me the correct way.
That's very true.
And you know what I'm saying, you can lead me the correct way. I don't mind dealing with somebody who's been through shit.
Yeah,
I've been through shit.
Right.
As long as you heal from it.
Yeah, you gotta heal from it. You can't allow a bad situation to make you a bad person.
Yeah.
And then furthermore, like I was saying, when it comes to the men who are approaching you to date you, if you're approaching me intentionally and you say, hey, I'm intentionally dating you for the purpose of marriage.
Yeah.
If you're coming to me and I haven't been able to see you be stable,
right,
and you haven't proven yourself to be a provider or protector, that doesn't make me want to put all my eggs in one basket with you.
Well, you don't want nothing.
Tell me.
Let them fly like a bird.
Let them fly like a bird? What that mean?
Just they need to go through something and let them go.
Yeah.
And deal with that.
Yeah. I feel like that's the best way. Because their problems can easily become your problems. And that's why when you said about, coming to you in the right way and healed and, stable, they can approach you and they can date you properly.
Right.
Because a man's supposed to, do X, Y, and Z when you first approach a woman. I tell men all the time, a man take care of what he loves.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely old school as far as the provider, the man the provider or whatever, the women.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely,
But nowadays you got women out here taking care of men. And some of these men are accustomed to women taking care of them, being able to provide certain things for them, that they look for that in other women. Have you ever been in a situation where a man was accustomed to a pygmisha and he was trying to make you evolve into a pygmisha? Like some of the things he was expecting from you?
I feel like if I've seen that in a person, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it
seriously.
I'm not gonna argue with that battle.
Right.
I'm not, because I can't win.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You already feel how you feel, and I feel how I feel, so we can't.
Listen, it's so crazy that you just said that because Lisa Ray did an interview. The actress, the actress Lisa Ray. I know y'all heard her from Players Club.
Yeah.
And in that interview, she said that she only dates men of a certain caliber who can benefit her lifestyle and add to her lifestyle, because she's not going to argue with a man who know he can't provide on the level that she's accustomed to being provided for. She was like, so she said, ultimately, date on your level, and then you won't have no issues.
Right.
You don't have to frustrate this man who know he ain't got enough money to do what you need him to do, and you don't have to lower your standards to appease that man that know that he don't got. And I feel like that's the best way to be, equally yoked.
Yeah, equally.
Everyone needs to be dating equally yoked. You got men out here who dating
like, I
women
can
that
reciprocate the same energy.
Yeah.
So if I have a good man and he's doing what he's supposed to do, I'm gonna want to do everything.
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna treat him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want the energy reciprocated. You know? Like,
and it can't be reciprocated if the money's not there.
No.
It can't.
But I just feel like, even when I don't have my shit together sometimes, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Even if I don't have my shit
She said,
together.
can I cuss? Thank you for asking.
Even if I don't have my shit together or I'm going through what I'm going through, I don't be want to date. Like, that's not on my mind.
Yeah. Don't be want to have sex either.
No.
I don't understand how people be trying to have sex and you ain't got your shit together.
It's like, I'm focused. Like,
yeah. And I feel like that's how you know they're not focused. People who don't got that shit together and they out here just being reckless, you're not focused.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's a red flag.
That's definitely a red flag.
Like a man who don't got no money or a woman who don't got no money, but all you talk about is sex. That is disgusting.
Just laying up, bro.
Just laying up, bro. That is not love. That's not romantic. It's nothing romantic about laying up, bro. That is like, I know in our community they glorify struggle love. Baby, I don't want no struggle love. Like, I like equally yoked. I can do this and you can do this too. And then
at the end of the day, as long as we partnership and we can help each other, I'm all for that.
And piggyback.
At the end of the day, I do feel like a man should be a man. You should want to lead.
Yeah.
You should want to be the one making more money in the house. You should want to go above and beyond for your family. I just feel like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, why not think like, you know what I'm saying?
And then they'll say things like, well, this feminist movement, women want to be men and women want to. We didn't say that.
Baby, I'm an independent woman and I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm tired.
Yes. I'm over it. I put it down. I put all that weight on my back.
We big dogs right here.
I'm tired, honey. And it's like, if you're a big dog, you need a man who's a big dog. And I feel like a lot of men, they look at independent women. Some men like independent women because it means that they have to do less. Because it's like, oh, she don't require much, so she can do a lot on her own.
You should be thinking the opposite.
You should be thinking, that's a real man, though. And you got to think about this. A lot of these men didn't even have fathers.
Will my husband think like that? No.
He would not think like that. That's true. But it's like, damn. Okay, so Raymond, I got a question. By popular demand, the girls from the know. Is the dating pool pissy?
Pissy and shitty.
It's diarrhea water.
It's hard.
Full of him. It's
so hard.
What's the hardest aspect of dating for you, would you say?
I just feel like men don't be, they don't be thinking like that no more. I feel like they're not. You know how like in the 90s and they was like doing the R&B and they was big, but they wasn't.
Yeah, these men ain't begging no more.
They're not begging.
They're not begging no more. And then sometimes even when we're talking about the R&B, the singer Khalid, he just got blasted, and he was an R&B singer, and he was a gay R&B singer. So that's another thing we gotta take into consideration. A lot of these men not even singing to women no more. They're singing to men.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
It's crazy work. Yeah, that's crazy work. I do feel like, piggybacking on what you said, I do feel like music, in more ways than we want to admit, influence our behaviors with one another.
Right.
I feel like the reason why women and the reason why men feel like so many women only look at them for what they can provide and for taking is because you got rappers out here, female rappers, who glorify women using men.
Right.
And I feel like with the men, on the men's side, it's just about sex. And
everything about sex.
And
that's why we gotta stop doing it, ladies. Because everything is all about sex.
Yeah. Even if he's trying to make it seem like it's not.
And I feel like it's nothing wrong with sex, especially if you got somebody, y'all locked in. But
that's the only time.
You single and
just casually
playing games. He hit you up when he want to hit you up. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You have to keep in your mind as a woman, like, this man is after something.
Yeah.
Women should always keep in their mind, men are after something.
For sure.
And keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The dating pool, to answer your question, it sucks.
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of people are not intentional.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want. Like I say, you have to know yourself, prayed up, or whatever you believe in. Just genuinely, like,
ask God for discernment.
Yeah, like, know what you really want. Like, you gotta know what you really want.
What about the men who say they'll change for the right woman? Do you feel like they'll actually change, or will their true essence show?
I definitely think a man gonna do what he wants to do for the right woman.
Yeah.
Because you gonna naturally want to do it. Yeah. I definitely believe in that. But
an ain't shit person ain't shit with everybody.
Yeah, I gotta take y'all battles of what y'all want to deal with. Yeah. It's certain shit I just don't deal with.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it.
I know. Too much crazy. I've said things to Raven before, and she was like, "Stop talking, stop! I can't believe this." Like, no, I can't believe that you even tolerated that, dealt with that. No, ma'am.
Yeah. Why would you allow somebody to say, certain things? Like, it's just certain stuff you just like, no. Yeah. Like, that's disgusting. That's red flag. That's huge red flag. Yeah. Yeah. So, dating pool sucks, but I believe it's still good men out there. Yes. I definitely believe. And it can go back from like us liking like the nice guys that like us, but we don't really show them attention. Yeah. You know how that saying go? Give them a chance. Yeah. Just see. But I definitely feel like if you don't feel happy, don't do it. I'm a believer. If I'm not happy or I don't feel some type of spark, I'm not gonna deal with you. Yeah. I don't want to waste my time. I'm waiting on God to just show me who he needs for me. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. I even have to stop like entertaining stuff I used to entertain. Yeah. You know. Like what was good for you at 18, 21 is not the same at 30. Yeah. Like your expectations have changed. Yeah. And it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah. But I have to just stop entertaining certain things and
Your type.
I'm just gonna wait until God. I feel like I will know.
Yeah.
Whenever he brings, and then I'm still working on myself too. So that's another thing. Like I gotta be the best version of a woman I should be too.
Yes.
I used to play games.
Yeah.
Back then in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like thinking about relationships for real. Like
yeah.
I was in my prime. I was young, reckless. Like I was just living my life.
Yeah.
In my bag.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about no man.
I know.
So just like
I feel like that's normal for like a lot of 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
I was
in my little life.
But it's like time's still going. You know what I'm saying?
Time
is still going. And I was like, damn, I'm 30. Like, oof, they can't fast.
Yeah. It's like that's why I say you can't be doing certain shit you used to do.
No. It's like certain things that I used to do, you cannot. It's like, because you already know.
I already know.
You already experienced it.
Mm-hmm. I love having experiences.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have experiences.
Yeah.
And I love having fun to have experiences. Because then
I am a drawer full of experiences. Lord have mercy. No, Lord have mercy. All the experiences over here for sure.
Yeah.
So it's good that you have that in your life, and I'm happy that you've been able to take certain things I've gone through, and you've been like, okay, no, like that didn't work for her. Let me do it. Let me try to do it.
Right.
That's smart of you. That's very smart of you, but it's just crazy out here. I don't know.
It is crazy.
I don't know.
The world is crazy.
The world is very crazy.
We have to love each other. At the end of the day, men and women, we need each other.
We do. I don't care what social media is saying.
We need each other.
We need each other for real.
And we have to,
we have to start operating like we need each other.
Yeah.
I know social media makes black women feel like they don't need a black man. I do need a black man. Like I need a man.
Be with a black man. I am open to date outside of my race, but I do prefer being with a black man.
Yeah. Why would you? What made you open to dating outside your race?
Well, I haven't really been open, but
yeah. But if it was,
I will be.
If it was presented to you,
it just really depends. Like outside my races, us. Guys try to approach me.
Yeah, of course they do.
But I gotta have that vibe. Like, I feel comfortable and,
Do you feel like have you witnessed men of other races step up for black women in a way that you didn't see a black man do?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Yeah. Like taking care of household and, So is that what made you be like, okay.
You should be open.
You should be open? So you feel like black women should broaden their horizons when you come to dating?
There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't think there's nothing wrong with that?
Even like with a black man with a white woman, that don't bother, because that's what your preference is. That don't bother me. It's just, don't be looking at me crazy. You know how you go out and you see like a rich couple? Yeah. And they looking at you like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I promise you I'm not mad.
Okay. So I understand that take. Me on the other hand, I have a different take from it. I don't really care for interracial dating. Only because I'm looking at it from a communal standpoint. Yeah. I feel like it doesn't really benefit the black community to have a lot of mixing going on. I really feel like it don't. And I feel like the children that come from that be confused. And they feel like they're never, accepted on either side. It's just a lot of extra trauma. And then even when you going out as an interracial, couple, they be getting stared at and stuff. It's just too much. Like, I don't think I would be able to deal with that. Like, even when I was younger and I talked to, white guys, I still kept my blackness, and I felt like I would have had to relinquish that.
My first boyfriend.
I feel like I would have to relinquish my blackness to appease a white man, and I could never do that.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of dim your pro-blackness in a sense.
I just feel like...
Your first white boyfriend... Hold on quick. Your first boyfriend was a white boy?
I was a kid. That's a memory I have.
I think my first white boyfriend in Stuttgart was a white boy, too.
It was a white boy.
But it's definitely Stuttgart.
And I used to go sit on his rooftop with him and we would get me started.
I ain't never do none of that. I just saw him at school. I ain't going to nobody's house. I ain't sitting on no rooftop.
I don't even...
That sound like some white stuff.
Yeah.
I cannot.
But I just feel like with black couples, I just like we can relate more than, different races. So,
yeah.
what's her situation?
It's a lot of trauma bonding too.
Yeah, true.
But basically, I mean, just go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Like, if you feel like somebody's showing you love and they're showing up for you and, they're consistent and, just giving you great vibes and you really feel like you're bonding with this person and it's genuine, why not? But don't diminish any aspect of yourself ever to appease a woman or a man. That's all I'll say about that. When it comes to interracial dating, don't diminish who you are to appease other people. Don't lower yourself so other people can consume you. Let them starve. Like, always be yourself, stay true to who you are, and love yourself. Going back to what you said about being healed, and I wouldn't necessarily say trauma-free because I feel like to certain degrees you will always have your traumas. And they do make you into who you are.
Right. And we're going to always be healing.
We'll always be
never gonna stop healing.
You're never gonna stop. It's a journey.
Yeah,
it's a journey.
I would prefer somebody who did heal.
Yeah, to the point where their trauma isn't like all up in my face.
Right.
And
you know how to, like I say, you know how to deal with me as a woman.
Yeah.
I learned from my past relationships, dealing with a man, having to deal with trauma, or he still needs to be healing, and then it made sense to me like. That's exactly why he couldn't treat me.
Yeah.
How I needed him to treat me.
Yeah. Because he was dealing with some stuff.
Yeah. And another video, I'm going to be able to explain it for you.
Oh, man. So that means she's going to be on another video. Thank you. Because I was a little scared earlier today, y'all. She had me a little scared.
I didn't want to do this.
That is, she did not. Because she's so shy and reserved. But I made her get on this platform. And I'm so thankful. You're so awesome. But that takes us into our next topic, which is everybody's business. Ooh. You guys, thank you. You guys, that's how I feel. You guys, it's crazy because we've been talking about relationships and dating and people not being intentional, and that brings me to the Ice Cube Cam Newton interview. I cannot believe Cam Newton.
You know what's crazy? Like, I've been watching his little podcast a little bit, just trying to see
like how he thinks.
Well, yeah. And some of them be really good. Yeah. Actually be really good. But when it comes to the relationship part,
it's a different part of him. Yeah. And I think the craziest thing about it is he said that even after all these kids, he has 7 children. Or does he have 9? I want to say he got 9 kids. Even however many kids, he got more than 5 kids. After all of those children, you're going to say on a public platform in front of millions of viewers that you're still in search of your wife when you have a girlfriend at the house who just had your baby. How would you feel if you were that woman?
It's very traumatizing.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's traumatizing for me to like even think like, oh, when I have a baby, I don't have that baby fever.
Yeah, don't have baby fever. I tell you all the time. I tell her all the time, don't have no kids.
It's just like,
yeah.
Because it's like you can give this man this precious, beautiful thing in the world, and then he's still searching for something else.
For his wife. But the thing about it is, in that situation, that's why I told women on a couple podcasts before, you have to always consider the fact that if a man is coming to you with children already, he has normalized broken homes. You gotta keep in mind, this man had 5, 6 kids before he ever had a kid by her. So you coming into this situation knowing she had no kids. So you coming into this situation a stepmother of 6 children, no kids of your own. You kind of remind me of the Cardi B situation too.
But you know what? I just feel like they know what they signed up for.
I feel like they're not caring because that's a $100 million man.
Yeah. But that's what some people. That's why I say it's different type of strong.
Yeah.
And
I think that's not strength. I think that's weakness.
Enough to deal with that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think I am. Or if I am, I'm on a mission.
Yeah. A mission about that paper. She gonna pull a Shawnee O'Neal. He gonna be out here cheating and she gonna be stacking his dough up. Then gonna pop out with a TV show. It's smart though.
No, but I just feel like, honestly, you just gotta know what you signed up for. Like,
yeah. But if my man was to get onto his platform and say something like that, I would feel some type of way.
I definitely would.
She was on social media trying to do damage control. It's like, baby, you cannot.
Talking on social media.
I would not. I would be crying.
I bet you
in her Porsche.
He gonna know not to say that no more ever.
But
on no platform.
Yeah, that's true. But that's how he feels, though, which is crazy. And back to what you were saying, as far as like a man giving a woman a precious baby, you know, a woman giving a man a precious baby. There's nothing that a woman can do. Married, being a man's wife, and I love the idea of marriage, and I feel like it should be upheld a little more in our community. You know, being a man's wife, being a man's servant, because she says she likes to serve, being his best cook, best cleaner, best sex partner, giving him a baby. None of those factors are going to change your man and make him be this upstanding guy unless he makes a conscious decision to do that. Like, you can't give a man anything to make him treat you better.
Right.
Like, a man is going to treat you better if he wants to treat you better. Right. I feel like some women feel like, oh, if I'm more understanding, if I'm more forgiving, if I'm more nice, you know, if I let him do this or that, if I don't nag, if I don't confront him on anything, you know, he'll be the guy I need him to be. No, baby. The only man that's going to be the man that you want him to be is a man that has made a conscious decision and who is willing to be that man. You can't give a man nothing to make him want to be a better man. He's going to do what he wants to do. Point blank period. And I feel like we be thinking that we can change how a man acts towards us by how we act. But it's like, I guess to a degree it is like, if you're nice, he should be nice.
Right.
But I know a lot of women who are nice who are getting run over by men. Right. I know a lot of men who are nice who are getting run over by women. So basically the only way a person is going to be good to you and good for you is if they want to be.
Right.
That's a choice.
That's definitely true.
That's a choice. And I feel like we be like picking our brains like, what do they want? What do they want?
Making excuses,
making justifications for them being lackluster, you know, and it's like, no, if you wanted to, you would have. And that's how I am going into my 30s thinking with all my relationships.
Yes.
You know, whether it be a platonic relationship, my intimate relationships with my friends and my family, romantic relationships, if they wanted to, they would have.
I definitely believe in that. I feel like, yeah, if we wanted to, we will.
If you want to, we would.
And then certain times, like, you know, come on now.
Yeah, Cam Newton had a baby. He had 4 kids by a woman. Cheated on her and got somebody pregnant while they were together. Why would you be surprised about this man? You know what I'm saying?
Because she signed up for it.
She signed up for it. And it goes back to accountability. Yeah. A man can only do what we allow him to do.
Yeah, that's something I don't know if I don't want to put myself in a situation.
Yeah, don't ever put yourself in a situation. Yeah. You are not doing it. Because you ain't got no kids. I told you, and you ain't having no kids.
That's just free.
Yes, you're not having no children right now. No. I'm trying to keep this womb empty. Nobody's going to get my best friend pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Crazy work.
Crazy work. Like, no. But I do feel like, you know, like piggybacking on what you said earlier, you know, when you love yourself and you're in tune with yourself, you have clarity. I feel like men are aware of women who love themselves and they can pick it out. Right. The women who love themselves and the women who do not. And the women who don't love themselves, you're going to get run over. Right. Ariel, how do you know this? Because when I wasn't operating in that space of loving myself, right, I got run through the mud.
Oh, yeah. And what she's saying is true. Like, we've been through experiences.
Yeah. It was like, what? This happened to me?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we are in an era of men trying to humble women. Men will see a woman, know that she that girl, and go out of his way to try to humble her.
You know what I'm going to say? My husband will not do that.
My husband will not do that. It's crazy. Lord, please, when you send the men this way, let
I rebuke in the name of Jesus. I don't need that type of
Oh my good Lord, keep it away. Keep it away from me. I only want what's best for me.
Yeah. Sure.
I only want what's best for me. But I feel like in order to get what's best for you, you have to be the best you.
You have to be the best version of yourself. Like,
you have to be the best version of
yourself. What you want. Like, yes. And then it is going to be those old red flags or old demons come back into your life, trying to pop up in your life.
That's crazy.
That do happen.
That happens a lot.
Because I'm telling you, I experience it.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And you just got to be like, real, because you can get weak.
Yeah.
And
you gotta exercise strength.
Yeah.
And not only that, common sense.
And I love
like if you keep touching a hot stove, you gonna get burnt.
Have common sense and strong.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have some common sense and some strength.
Yeah.
Because if you just out here being reckless, not thinking about the future, the time gonna pass anyway, and you're gonna be sitting around here with the stupid face. So just always make sure that you're thinking for yourself and thinking about what's best for you. Because at the end of the day, regardless of whatever decisions you make in your life, you are going to have to be able to deal with your decisions. You're going to have to wake up in the morning, see yourself in the mirror, and be happy with the reflection in the mirror. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I want to be happy with the woman I see in the morning and go to sleep with no regrets and no trauma on my mind. Yes. So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Because we got to pray for peace because our heart been through so much.
Yeah. You've been through a lot.
I'm learning to accept it, though. Yeah. Like, this is what's going on, and I know I can move past it.
This is a strong woman right here. I love you.
But you know what? When I be like, you check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
I be really, I be going through it.
I know.
But yeah.
But you gonna make it through.
Yeah, we all gonna make it through.
I love you. I love you. Okay, and now we have questies with the besties. Questions between the best friends. I have a question for you. If we were stranded on an island, what are 3 things that you would need?
Water. We gotta be hydrated.
Okay.
A weapon.
Okay. Would you kill something? You cannot. I cannot see you. No.
We're gonna have to defend right now.
Okay. Water, a weapon, and what else?
Like material things?
Anything. You stranded on an island.
I would say food, but then like
you probably gonna have to whatever you find would have to be what you.
I feel like water is more important though, because I do feel like you can go some days with drinking water, living.
Yeah, you can.
We definitely need a weapon.
Definitely need a weapon. I need some extra pair of panties.
Like that?
Panties.
Let's think about survival mode.
Survival mode.
Water, weapon.
Water, weapon.
I maybe will say a tent, because I will at least.
No, you're gonna have to build your.
You're gonna sleep in a tent.
I'll be terrified.
I would be
terrified.
I will stay for the tent.
Like serious, like you dealt with a lot of loss in your life. How have you been able to get through life and try to keep a positive outlook on life?
Faith.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just been getting closer to God, seriously.
Yeah.
That's the only person I just feel like I can rely on. Cause it's hard when you lose someone that's close to you. I can't really explain the feeling, honestly. I'm kind of a little numb to it in a way. Yeah. I just get through life. I just feel like I gotta keep going. Yeah. But faith with God and just staying prayed up.
Yeah. And that's where you get your strength from.
Yeah, for sure.
So strong.
And plus the real ones around me.
Real ones. Yeah. All day, every day. Okay. Third question. If we were in a movie, what would be our theme song?
That would be Essen Wizkid.
Yes.
If you hear that song, it's about we're gonna be living our life. We living happy.
Happy life. Yeah.
We doing what we want to wake up and do. We want to have, we having money. We just
living our best life.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Good vibes. Essence, that is and it's when I think of that song, Essence by Wizkid, I think of the first time I ever heard that song was when I came to Dallas to see you. Yeah. And we had a good time.
And we was vibing.
That was I was oh my God, Raven always got the slaps. I know. I love that song. Look at you. You're funny. We always make videos in the car.
Yeah.
That's our thing. Like, we're gonna listen to some good music. We're gonna go have a great time.
We're gonna go have a great time.
And no matter where we at, we have a great time.
Remember when we went to the club and everybody's calling you Glorilla?
Oh my God, don't bring that up. Oh my goodness. Yes.
I said, that's Glorilla.
I don't look nothing like Glorilla. I'm older than her. I guess that could be my little cousin. What's up, Glo? Oh my God.
Have you heard of that? Somebody said she like Glorilla.
Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. Anyway, your turn.
Okay. Well, this is like my favorite question. I feel like I asked you this before, like, what can I do as a friend? I feel like we need to do that, especially with long-term friends that we've been friends with for a long time. Especially because we grow. It's different seasons we be with in life. We grow. Like,
we're going through things.
Yeah, we go through things.
Yeah.
And, like, we've been friends for a decade, so it's always a good question to ask, even with partners.
For decades.
Yeah, even with partners, I just feel like you've been, knowing them 20 plus years or whatever, or 10 plus years. You should ask them, like, what can you do better as a person? I feel like just to update.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what could you do to be a better friend? I remember you asked me this a couple months ago, and I was like, you need a little more patience.
They said I'm controlling.
The patience.
I am controlling.
You look controlling.
It's not in a bad way.
No, you just like things to be your way. And she's not just gonna try to come dominate, because that's not how
I told you can be more patient with me.
I can be more patient with her too.
It's gonna be understanding.
I don't be understanding all the time, because it's
I'm not controlling. I just feel like very structured.
Yeah.
And
like, I remember one time, I think this was at like your first apartment, away from your mom in Dallas, and I think we was like a lot of us over to your house after we had left from the club, and somebody set a cup on your table without the coaster, and she lost her mind. She was like,
"No, it was the pillows." I feel like
it was a coaster. I remember that. Okay. It was a coaster on your table.
I'm working on not being controlling. So, my next question will be, what advice do you give your younger self?
What advice would I give my younger self? How young?
I would say maybe like when you're 21.
21.
Yeah, because I feel like I was 21 when I got my first apartment, and just becoming myself for real, living on my own in the city by myself. So,
this was crazy too, because at 21 I had 2 kids. So at 21, I would say stick to your gut, follow your first mind. There's nothing wrong with how you view the world, because I feel like I was more tenacious back then, and I was more fearless back then, and the people around me didn't benefit from me being like that, and so it was a lot of attacks at me, and it was a lot of people who tried to make it seem like in my immediate family and my romantic relationship, they tried to make it seem like it was a problem with me being how I was. But when you have people around you that you value their opinion, even though sometimes you shouldn't value their opinion,
right,
they do have the power of influence over you. So sometimes we diminish ourselves in certain aspects where they're actually your strengths.
Right.
So I would tell my 21-year-old self, there's nothing wrong with how you're thinking. Stick to your gut. Count on yourself. Never count yourself out. Stick to your gut, count on yourself, and there's nothing wrong with how you're thinking. Everything you're thinking makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. That's exactly what I would say. What's another question? You got some good questions. I feel like my questions weren't that good. I asked you 3. That's the only reason why I'm saying 3.
Okay. You asked me 3 questions?
I did. I asked you 3.
Okay. What apology you feel like you need from someone?
What apology do I feel like I need? I'm gonna be honest with you. And this goes back to the forgiveness piece we spoke on. I really don't feel like I don't desire an apology from anyone. at this point in my life, I don't need an apology. I feel like I'm in my era of it is what it is.
Right.
You know, like you said what you said, everything that transpired. I'm in a position to where I'm in a mental space to where I'm willing to let things go and just go on about my life.
Right.
Like, I don't require an apology from anyone. If you said this to me, if you said it behind my back, and I'm aware of it, I don't even care anymore.
Right.
You know, and like I was saying, like, go back to the forgiveness piece, because I'm just going to forgive you anyway for my peace of mind and just go on about my day.
Yeah,
because
I feel like that's the right way.
That's the right way to be.
Change how you feeling, like how you are, as change your heart, like how you is as a person.
There's too much power over me.
Yeah. I
don't need that. It's like, regardless of your apology, whether you give it to me or if you don't. And I really hate apologies. That's why it's so crazy that you asked me that, because when people try to apologize to me, I'm like, I don't need that.
Right.
Keep your apologies to yourself, because we get to a point where people just be doing stuff and they like just apologize, and then you think it's okay because you apologize. And it's like, I'm the type of person, like, I don't care about an apology. So keep your apology and keep your ass out of my life. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I'm in my era of it is what it is. I don't need no apologies from no one, regardless of what you done said, what you done did, the past, the present, the future. I don't need it. And then, you know what, another thing, sometimes my expectations, I don't expect me from people no more. It's like, I'm such a genuine hearted giving person, and I'll do things for people because I'm thinking I would want this done if it was me.
Yeah.
But people don't think like that. So when it comes to expectations, I do place them on people, only people who I feel come into my life expecting me to expect things from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come into my life and you playing a role where I should have expectations of you, expectations will be applied. We're human beings and we are subject to disappointment. So I don't do that. That would be very foolish of me.
That's very true.
But yeah. I can't expect me from people no more. I done did so much shit for people, and then they turn around and act like it didn't matter what I did for them. And I'm like, damn, like, if somebody did that for me, I would have treated them differently.
Right.
You know? So it's like, when it comes to expectations, don't expect yourself from other people. No, ever. If you're going to do something, just do it at the kindness of your heart and just charge it to the game. Right. People out here, they not you. They ain't got your heart, they ain't got your mind, and people are out here, a lot of people grew up off survival. Yeah. So they used to getting over on people, using people, whatever's convenient for them at the time. I'm over that. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Grade A Talks. Thank you so much for being here with me and my best friend. I hope you left this pod feeling enlightened, feeling motivated, and standing true to who you are. Don't let the world change you.
Definitely standing true to who you are.
And what you believe in. Okay. Hope you all like, subscribe, and comment. Hopefully we see Raven again.
I'm so happy I did this. It's a little new for me, but
it's a good new. Yeah. It's a good new. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a great night. Peace.